Hi, thank you so much, David, for being with us today. We're really happy to have you here. We're gonna get started and ask you if you can tell us a little bit more about you and the business that you run.
Yeah, perfect. David Wagner. I am co-founder of P3 Media. We are essentially a full-service digital agency doing a lot of work for e-commerce brands globally. So development, paid media, and creative services is really where we focus for our clients.
It's awesome. How long have you been in business?
Partner and I have been working together for 15 years now and really focusing on the e-commerce space for the last decade.
Wow, that's a long time. That's awesome. I was gonna ask you, we been working together for 6, 7 months now, and I was gonna ask you, like, when we got together 6, 7 months ago, what was the main challenge you have when it comes to recruiting and finding talent?
Well, competitive space, everyone's looking for the best people they can bring into their company. And so for us, we wanted to just increase the perimeter where we were looking. We were located primarily kind of the tri-state New York area and finding talent there. But, with COVID, a lot of people moved out of that. And so the talent density thinned out just a little bit. And for us, it's less about location and more about where we can just find the smartest, most talented people that also fit our culture. And so we thought by extending the, radius with which we were looking, we would be able to find more talented people.
Well, David, I want to ask you, could you please share how the Remote Talent Latam help you solve this issue, like finding great talent from the different parts and locations besides New York? Specifically, how did Remote Talent Latam help you find great talent in Latin America?
Yeah, Remote Latam has been great for us in sourcing talent, really kind of taking in our hiring briefs, looking for the right people that would fit our specific needs, doing kind of the initial vetting, and then ultimately bringing us a few highly vetted candidates that we could kind of just take and almost treat as like a second, third round interview because they've already done some of the heavy lifting. So it's been great to bring us from kind of briefing stage to interview phase. Honestly, results have been great. We hired, I think, 5 people so far, all of which are still with the company multiple months in, and all of which are, have been excellent contributors to our team.
I'm really glad to hear that. Finally, I wanted to ask you, what piece of advice or what could you say to other clients that are wanting to get the most out of their services or who wants to join a Remote Talent Latam crew?
What I'll say is, so far, I haven't seen any limitations in terms of types of people that you guys have been able to help us fill roles for. I think my concern was you wouldn't be able to internalize the briefs and you wouldn't necessarily know our world. Therefore, you wouldn't be able to bring us quality candidates for us to actually, bring into the company. I've been totally wrong there. I think, every time we've given you guys a brief, you guys have, done a really good job at understanding what would make that person thrive within our organization. And so that's been super helpful. And so I would say for anyone coming in, kind of opening up your mind to possibilities of what kind of candidates you can hire. I don't think, at least from my experience, there's been any limitations in the types of folks Remote Latam has been able to help us, of course. So yeah, that's been an interesting learning for me working with Remote Latam for the last 6 or so months.
So much, David. It was very insightful.